how do we dismantle this stupidity, and it is stupidity, that the tax cuts benefit the rich, when the reality is the people on greater incomes pay more tax? The top 10% of earners in Australia pay 80% of the tax. The top 10% pay 80% of all income tax. So in it simply follows that when you cut taxes, you are going to reduce the tax burden of people currently paying more tax.
Well, Alan, the reality is that if you're into sort of that line of argument, these tax changes don't alter anything in terms of the people who contribute the most to tax. So the top 1% of tax earners still will pay about 17% of the total income tax take. That change under this scenario. What it does do is prevent great opportunities for people. Say you're on $120,000 a year, you'll be over $1,800 a year better off under these tax cuts. Now, that's a positive thing for the economy because it will encourage people to invest and to save, as I mentioned, but it also simplifies the stage 3 tax system, simplifies taxes and takes out a whole bracket. The last point I'd make is these were originally intended back when they were proposed to deal with what's called bracket creep, so that when you earn more money or get a pay rise, you move up into a new tax bracket, you get penalised as a result of that. So this is about moving people up, moving the tax scales up as people's incomes move up. That's what's fair about it.
And not being punished. You'd still pay 30 cents in the dollar. Just for our viewers, we've had stage 1 and 2, as Innes said, where the 19 cents in the dollar was extended from 41,000 to 45,000. So 19 cents in the dollar, 45,000. Then the 37 cents in stage 3, that's that cut tax bracket, that's gone. So from 45,001 up to 200,000, you pay 30 cents in the dollar. Now, as Innes has said, and I agree, it's a sensible proposition. It encourages people to do well and keep more of what they earn from doing well. Of course, over 200,000, it's still 45 cents in the dollar. And yes, a politician on 217,000 will get a tax cut of almost 10,000, and a registered nurse on 72,000 will get a tax cut of $681. But Innes, how is this exceptional? This even shouldn't even be an argument.
Well, Alan, it's just simple maths. It's nothing more or less than that. The more you earn, the better off you'll be as a result. That's just the simple equation here that we all deal with. Where the real focus is on those, as I mentioned, the teacher, the nurse, the police officer, the tradie, the factory worker. They will be the ones who will be better off and in a position to spend that money as a result of this. Now, we spent a long time, Alan, arguing about wage increases and the unions pushing unsustainable waging on employers. This is a more sustainable way that's been agreed now through 2 elections to get more money into people's pockets.
On which you don't pay tax. On the benefit that comes to you not paying tax on it. If you had a wage increase, you would pay tax on it.
Absolutely. So this is a big advantage for people, and this is why it's been popular, and it was the subject of political debate when it was introduced and then agreed by both major parties. The other point I'd make, Alan, is that this has gone through 2 election cycles, and people have planned around it. You know, households have planned around it. Businesses have also planned around it. So, you know, to take that away at some point would be, quite frankly, seen as a bit of a breach.
Well, I mean, it's political dynamite. It's political dynamite. If the Albanese government were to back down on implementing stage 3, 2.5 million middle-income Australians, 2.5 million, they all vote, will pay thousands of dollars in additional tax. A wage earner on $120,000 would be $1,875 worse off.